Good morning and welcome back to Let's Talk Family Business. And last week we spoke about the concept of obviously a parent dying, somebody who owns a business dying, and the preparation of those who come after, who is to preserve and to continue the legacy of that business. And one of the things we talked about is a key document, which is called a family charter. And the family charter is not a set of legal jargon. It's actually not a legal document. It's actually a values, a purpose driven document that the family comes together to agree on that defines how they do business together, that defines why they're in business together, that defines how they will operate going forward. So, do you have a family charter? Is that something you believe is essential? And you may be in business or maybe continuing the business from a previous generation or building a business yourself. Wherever you are, the key thing is you can put this in place today. You don't have to wait till next week or next month or next year. Regardless of where you are, what's the stage of your business you are. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a person who's running a business that is run by you and other family members, or run by you, even though other family members are not involved, it's important to create that clarity with a family business charter or constitution or compact. Any one of these words fit. The reality is, without that sense of clarity, what you're going to get is chaos. Why are you doing this business together as a family? Now, this is not a trick question. It's the foundation of every successful family business. So business families ask themselves that question as a matter of course. Now, one of the things I do in my coaching sessions, I use the whole idea of vision, mission, values, a triangle, right? So vision, mission, purpose. And how do these triangles align? So let's start with vision. It's really about the long-term dream, not just in dollars, but the whole concept of where are we going and what impact are we trying to have. Then there's values, the whole idea of the compass. What is going to guide us? What are the non-negotiables? How are we going to treat each other? How are we going to treat customers? How are we going to treat employees? And finally, purpose, the engine really of why we are doing this together as a family. Why is this important to us? You see, the important thing about this is that families who get this triangle right, they make better decisions, they have fewer fights, and they actually stay together through the storm. Now, what I want you to do is to take a few minutes. If you look at vision, values, and purpose, I want you to begin to draft that not by yourself, because the key is not in the just the having the document. It is in the discussion and the airing of values, the airing of principles, the airing of expectations that makes the difference. So what I want you to do is for each of you to ask yourself the question, why are we in business together? This is the raison d'etre. This is why we are doing this. This is the purpose for being. Because without a clear sense of purpose, you're going to drift. Without a clear sense of a vision of where you're trying to end up, you're going to find yourself moving and going in directions that's going to waste time, it's going to waste energy, and it's going to waste money. So I want to call on each of us today to step back so we can move forward. So first of all, define why you're doing what you're doing. Where are you trying to get to? Vision. So ultimately, this is not just about a financial transaction. It is about legacy. It is about your family name. It is about what's going to be said about you and your family. Now, the important thing you may not recognize is that too many times we do it for ourselves and we forget that it is something that we are also leaving for the next generation. Now, I always say this is a two-edged sword, a two-edged sword. Why do I say that? Because while it is about you, it is not about you. Let me explain this. In ensuring that you deal with your raison d'etre, or the reason for being, or why you're doing this together, it protects your time, your effort, your energy, the resources you put into building this business, or the resources your previous generation has put in and what you are putting in today. It protects that. But more importantly, you ensure that the investment is actually your family sees return of that investment going forward. How many family businesses have you seen that after all the work is done, it doesn't transcend? I want to say to you, move from chaos to clarity. Move from short-term thinking to long-term thinking. Think about your family business in terms of 25 years short-term, 50 years medium-term, and 100 years long-term. Because you're thinking past your lifespan, thinking past your time, and thinking about how you will ensure that the work you put in, the investment you've made, the invest your family has made, is returned 100 and 1,000-fold going into generations to come. Coach Ian B saying, take care, see you when we continue our discussion on Let's Talk Family Business and how we build a family charter to last for generations.